Well, hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Stephen the Jupiterian, and I will be covering the aspects from May 29th to June 2nd. Well, although today is the 29th, yes, Wednesday, the 29th, we had Mars conjunct in Chiron. So, and the moon will be moving into Pisces later tonight. Or actually, let me move this hours. So, yes, at 6:08-ish p.m. or about 6 o'clock p.m. on the East Coast, on the West Coast, I'm sorry. I'm in San Francisco, California, that's the West Coast. It'll be 8 on the East Coast. Anywhere else, like if you're overseas in Europe or, yeah, you can figure out your time zone. And we'll have Scorpio rising at this time that the moon moves into Pisces. At, well, exactly at 5. .32. 8:32. On the East Coast. Okay. So, alrighty. And we have a Scorpio rising on the West Coast. On the East Coast, well, you can figure that out. 3 hours after would probably be Sagittarius rising. I think, pretty sure. So today we had Mars and Chiron were conjunct today on the 29th of May. So actions with doing things, well, actually, I was actually doing a healing of my own through, since I have allergies and I'm allergic to dust. I actually dusted off all my bookshelves today. So maybe that's probably why my throat has been sore. And I haven't been out, so it's not what you think it is. But maybe talking too much too. And I'm was also planning on a new project that I'm working on. Actually, a couple, maybe like a few, besides my YouTube channel. That's a project on its own. You can't keep up with. Well, I'm going to be doing writing a novel, and I'm going to create a new character for, well, actually, do a new hair, face, and clothing for a doll that I'm still working the kinks out on. I'm not sure what it's going to be. Actually, um, I know the base doll is going to be a Cleo denial doll. But yeah, I'm gonna take her factory paint off using acetone, and so yeah, that's a whole thing on itself. And then tomorrow, so okay, so we covered Wednesday, which is today, the 29th. We'll go into tomorrow, where Mercury will conjunct Uranus. A lot of unusual communications going on, possibly erratic communication tomorrow. When Mercury conjuncts Uranus, well, Mercury loves to communicate, and Uranus brings erratic behavior or unexpected things to communication in the sign of Taurus, but actually so it's methodical and and all that Taurian energy. And we have Jupiter making a trine to Pluto practically all year until September, when Pluto goes back into Capricorn for a couple months. No, for a month, actually. Because a few days before Thanksgiving, Pluto will be going back into the sign of Aquarius. I will show you this. June, July, September. September, where is what I'm looking for? Okay, yes. September 1st, I think, or 2nd, something like that. Excuse me. Okay, day September 1st, yes. Pluto goes back and goes retrograde back into Capricorn for a month or so. There's October. Pluto is still in Capricorn. And then let's go to November 1st. Pluto is still in Capricorn. It's going direct. And then December 1st, Pluto is in Aquarius. Yes. So we'll move this back a few days because it is before Thanksgiving that Pluto moves back into Aquarius. Exactly on the let's move this hours. Because I have it on November 18th. Pluto is at 29 degrees and 59 minutes of Capricorn. So if we move it in hours, Pluto, yes, on the 19th. Yeah. At 1:32, that's one, maybe, and a little behind. No. Well, Pluto is at 0 degrees Aquarius here. And now it's at 29:59. Okay, so on November 19th, yes. At 12:39 p.m. on the West Coast. 12:39 p.m. That would be 3:39 p.m. on the East Coast. So now let's go back to our time clock, today, the 29th, and then let's go ahead day, because, well, Jupiter is trine Pluto for a while. The 30th, as I said, Mercury conjunct Uranus. On the 31st, the moon will be moving into Aries later on in the evening. For the first, the moon will be at 11 degrees of Aries at 4:20 p.m. on the West Coast. The 30th, June 1st, so also June 1st. What's happening June 1st? Mercury oops, is making a trine to Pluto. Well, another sign trine to Pluto. But when Mercury moves into a Gemini on the 3rd of June, that will be exact. The trine Mercury to Pluto, intense communications, important, intense in communications. This is a good thing, actually. I think it'll be, you can get your point across very well. And also, Oh, let's go back a day because I missed something. This okay, on the 2nd of June, the sun will sextile the north node, the sun in Gemini, north node in Aries. They are making a sextile to each other, so some kind of destiny type of thing or synchronistic, something synchronistic dealing with your maybe your father is the sun, so and something having to do with you is the individual with the north node in Aries. So that's good thing. Sextile, there's some effort going on there. And then Jupiter will trine Pluto. Exact. On the 2nd, Mercury will sextile Neptune. Mercury at 29 degrees, Neptune at 29 degrees. Before it moves into Gemini, then June 3rd, they will trine each other. Mercury will sextile Neptune, and Venus will also sextile the north node. June 3rd, Mercury is making a trine to Pluto. The moon is in Taurus, although the moon moved into Taurus on the 2nd. Yeah, late in the day on the 2nd, on the 3rd. And then we have on the 4th, we have a lot going on. We have Mercury still making a trine to Pluto on the 4th. We have Mercury conjunct Jupiter and Mars, and I'm sorry, the Sun conjunct Venus. So this is like this is the start point where Venus was the evening star, and now it's going to be a morning star. And well, although actually Venus has been in the beams of this, or Cazimi, well, yeah, is Cazimi. You won't be able to see Venus until I think the around June 13th. That's, I think. Wait a minute, no. No. Actually, June 17th or 18th. Now it's a morning star. Let's go back to the 4th. And then on the 5th, Yeah, so I did the 4th of June, where Mercury trines Pluto, Mercury conjuncts Jupiter, the Sun conjuncts Venus, making it cazimi. You won't be able to see Venus in the sky at all until later in June, where it'll be a morning star. And then on the 5th, the moon moves into Gemini on the 5th. Actually, let me go put this out. Aries rising. Yeah. So, okay, on the 5th, Mercury moves into Gemini early in the morning on the 5th. And then we have Pluto and the moon and Pluto are making a trine to each other. Jupiter is still in a trine to Pluto within orb. Mercury is also in trine to Pluto. And Venus is moving away from the sun, still moving away from the sun, but it's combust still, or cazimi. You can't see Venus. And then we'll go, let's go back. Okay. And then we'll go ahead to the 6th, where we have the new moon. Yeah, the moon is going to be closer to the sun on the 6th of June, where we have a new moon in Gemini. Well, it's just 16. Yeah, it is. Venus is still at 16 degrees of Gemini. The sun still is at 16 degrees of Gemini. You can't see Venus. Or the moon, or the moon. You might be able to see Mercury. Maybe. But there's no, it's a dark, the sky, the moon is not shining anywhere in the sky. It's a new moon on the 6th. And then let's move it to the 7th. Okay, the 7th, June 7th. The moon will be moving into Cancer later in the day. Let's move this ahead in a couple hours. And we show the moon in Cancer at 0:22. It's going to be early in the morning, or in the morning of June 7th. Now, the sun, the moon, you can see, well, Mercury is, I'm sorry, Venus is at 18 degrees. That's like a degree away, still within the beams of the sun. It's coming away from the sun. On the 8th, Venus will be making a square to Saturn. Venus at 18 degrees. Saturn is at 19, but actually let's move this an hour. where, well, no, let's move it ahead an hour to Venus at 19 degrees. Or is it 18 degrees, or it makes it's square? Although it's getting close. Saturn at 19 degrees. This and Venus at 18, 28 degrees. Actually, okay. Saturn at 19, okay. Venus at 18, Saturn at 19, actually. So it would be Venus and Saturn. Okay. Let me take all these away. We just see Venus and Saturn. There. Okay. So it's still a square. It's still a square. Venus in square to Saturn. I can show you that. And then Mars. I'm going to show you something really cool here. Mars. Let's move it. Mars. When Mars moves into Taurus, on June 9th. Well, that's 8th, and then Mars moves into Taurus on the 9th. Yeah, well, on the East Coast, on the West Coast, it does. On the 8th, okay, well, late. And on the 8th at 9:20 p.m. 9:21. Well, let me see. That's too fast. Whoopsie. All righty. We are on June 8th. Having issues here, June 8th, where we will move Mars into Aries, into Taurus. Mars will be moving into Taurus. on June 8th at 9:35 p.m. on the West Coast. It'll be on the June 9th at 12 at midnight, around midnight, or 12:35 east on the eastern coast at a.m. Mars moves into Taurus. So we have an energy shift here of Mars. Mars is no longer at home in Aries. Mars is in exile or in what they call detriment in Taurus. Detriment is not detrimental. There are many lessons to be learned when Mars is in Taurus. Mars in Aries is at home there, and it likes being in Aries. But on June 8th, Mars moves into the sign of Taurus, making it more move slow, taking slower action, slower to take action. It's does things in a measured way, earthy way, where Mars likes to go fast in Aries. And the other sign that Mars rules is Scorpio, which is watery, so it's emotional in Scorpio. And in Aries, when Mars is in Aries, it's you can see the action taking place. When Mars is in Scorpio, on the other hand, actions aren't really seen, they are felt emotionally. Aries is an action, is fire, action, takes action and movement, quick movement, doesn't think sometimes. But with Mars and Taurus, they will be taking their time to think their plans through, not being quick to act. And yeah, so there you have it. And Pluto and Saturn are still in a square to each other on June 8th until June 13th. It's no, June 12th. I'm sorry, June 12th. Venus is out of its square exact, yeah, with Saturn. So from the 8th to the 12th, so 4 days of a feeling stress from the things you desire, or things that are Venetian. Saturn brings restriction, structure, also boundaries to what Venus wants to do. And it's making a semi-set square to Mars. So, let me pull up all these planets again so you can see them all again. North node, south node, ascendant, descendant, midheaven, IC, Lilith. Okay, so there you have it. May 29th to June 12th. And we have all these other aspects here. But those are major aspects of the month of June. And so actually I have Ren Butler's book here, The Archetypal Universe by Ren Butler, where he goes over, let's see, this Mercury-Uranus conjunction happening on the Thursday, May 30th. Well, you may be having a lightning quick mind, gifts of originality and inventiveness, flexibility and openness to new ideas, verbal play and sense of humor, intellectual breakthroughs, tendencies toward nervous restlessness and overstimulation, erratic thinking and lack of focus, impractical and harebrained ideas, excessive mental pride and stubbornness. So the shadow quality is tendencies toward nervous restlessness and overstimulation. And mind won't slow down. Rushes of thought, a hyper reaction to coffee and stimulants. Yes, so beware of drinking too much coffee. You may say or do something reckless or say something that you can't take back. So yeah, mind your, yeah, actually, so watch your words. Let's see. June. Let's go to Jupiter and Pluto. Jupiter and Pluto, the principles, a feeling of great resources and potential, inner stature and authority, a broad and deep experience of life, dramatic opportunities for regeneration and transformation, titanic evolutionary forces, extreme material or spiritual ambition, a tendency to feel high and mighty, which threatens those in authority, an obsession with glory and greatness, opportunities to abuse power. The shadow side is excessive ambition and self-will, obsession with glory and greatness, political drama. Well, there could be political drama this week coming up. A feeling of being high and mighty, delusions of superiority or delusions of grandeur, possibly. opportunities to abuse power, runaway power trips, inclinations to act as a law unto oneself, which threatens those in authority, the power elite, plutocracy, a habit of obsessive righteousness, fanaticism, and overkill, misplaced moral urgency, religious or scientific dogma, ideals of betterment and progress as a reason to dominate other people and nature. Technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Ooh. Yeah, so this could be very destructive behavior could occur. It could occur, but if you stay on within your look for transformation, then things will occur. But if you fight that transformation, detrimental things could happen. Let's see. Um, Actually, as although Mars is impulses toward action and assertion, energy and passion, the dynamic pursuit of goals and objectives, your urges to protect oneself in times of danger. So, yeah, actually, that would be with Mars moving into Taurus on the 8th of June. Yeah, those types of things be will be slower in action, and it'll be slower to take action, uh, being more methodical in your and in what you want to do. In so with that, yes. So I think that's all I have for today. Um, yeah, so today, May 29th, Mars is conjunct Chiron, and then the moon will be in Pisces, and actually we'll have a half moon tomorrow. On Thursday, there will be a you'll see a straight line. Half of the moon, there will be a straight line, and then the the moon will, yeah, you'll see the moon. And half. It's waning. A waning moon until the, and then we have the new moon on the 6th. So, alrighty. Thank you for watching. My name is Stephen the Jupiterian. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. If you're new here, hit that notification bell so you are notified when a new video comes up. Make a comment if you'd like, and keep it positive. Good luck to you all this week. Don't let the drama of the week get to you, and bye everybody.